And Alex Newman explains how Illinois could be just the first of many states to take this unprecedented step in the public school system.
This is Worldview Report with host Brannon Howse.
Alex Newman at the Liberty Sentinel reports that children's minds are now officially in the crosshairs of one of the most out-of-control state governments in America. Under a controversial new measure that was just signed into law by far-left Governor J.B. Pritzker, that's the governor of Illinois, schools in Illinois will be mandated to give mental health testing to all students each year, starting in third grade. Critics are sounding the alarm, warning that Big Brother cannot be trusted to pry into the minds of the children. From education leaders and privacy advocates to, psychiatrists and medical professionals, opponents of the plan say it will intrude into the most sensitive areas of a child's life. Well, let's remember, the governor of Illinois is a proponent also of early childhood transgenderism. So, here's what the governor said when signing into law this new bill on screenings. Quote, screenings provide early identification and intervention so that those who are struggling get the help that they need as soon as possible. They improve academic and social outcomes. They help us break down the stigma that too often is a barrier to seeking help, end quote. One major goal of this bill is to normalize so-called mental health care for children and adolescents. That was explained by State Democrat Laura Fine, who is the chief sponsor of the bill. Alex Newman warns that while Illinois is the first state to do this with this bill, SB 1560, it is likely not going to be the last. He wrote, quote, Big Pharma lobbyists hoping to profit from drugging children are working overtime to get similar schemes passed in other jurisdictions. Even some Republican-run state governments are moving in that direction. And with pharmaceutical interests pouring money into political campaigns, the clock is ticking, end quote. Well, am I shocked by this legislation? No, not at all. I warned about it in my second book in 1993. And then again in my fourth book in 1995. It's called Parents as Teachers. It actually came out of Missouri under Governor Republican John Ashcroft. Remember that name? Yeah. So this is not something I'm surprised at all about. In my books in the early 90s, I warned that this Parents as Teachers program, that should really be called Teachers as Parents, sought to classify whether children were at risk. And here's the kicker. Everyone was at risk under the criteria. Too many toys, too few toys, lack of stimulation, overstimulation, death in the family, a parent who travels frequently, the loss of a job, go on and on, the birth of a new child, a new sibling, everybody would be at risk. And that's the goal. The more at-risk kids in a district, the more state money they get. The more at-risk kids in a state, maybe the more federal money they get. But you can guarantee that now we can add the Big Pharma agenda, I think, as pointed out by Alex Newman. So nothing is new here. It's just simply the agenda of the, rhinos, Republicans and Democrats working together to push the same agenda that they've wanted for decades. They're now just finally getting into high gear on it.